So here we're doing a roll up side on the greenhouse. You see where we've got the wiggle wire strip channel and the strip in there. Pins it down so we can roll it up to that edge. I've seen people on YouTube use different methods of doing this. I've seen the steel top rail used, and well, that stuff's expensive. Where I went to the Home Depot, it's $25 10-foot length. Needing 4, I didn't want to spend $100 on this, so I ended up getting some Sked 40 PVC 1-inch pipe, and also got the coupler unions, the same thing that I put into 10-foot pipes with. So there's a little ridge down the middle, so I cut it right on that ridge so there wouldn't be a lip, and then cut a bit of a notch out here so it'll clip around the pipe. Pre-drilled the holes, and I'm going to be using the panhead screws that I'm using have their own bit, so that you don't need to pre-drill the holes. And I kept it the length shorter than the width of the pipe. It's a 1-inch screw, 1-inch pipe. With this thickness, it makes it so it doesn't go all the way through. It's really easy to set up. You leave enough of your pipe sticking out so when you put your handle on, I'm going to make my handle out of PVC 90, maybe an 8-inch chunk of pipe, and then another 90 with maybe a 4 or 5-inch piece of pipe. Glue it all up, and that's going to be my crank. I've seen other types of cranks, and this is just going to be the cheapest and easiest. Now this type of pipe will actually degrade in the sun. The UV light bothers it to the point where it will get brittle over time. It's Sked 40, pretty tough stuff. I'm going to get many years out of it without having to protect it. I see guys that do the hoop houses out of the PVC, they'll actually paint it so that it lasts with the UV. But since it's not going to be under any flexing tension, I don't see the purpose. This poly I'm using has a UV protectant built into it, so when it's rolled up, maybe the poly will actually protect the pipe a bit. Either way, I'll get a long life out of it, so I'm not worried. So I'll pop a couple of these last ones on to show you how it comes up, and then a little later I'll get the handle ready and glue that on so you guys can see it work. So take one of these. Roll it around. I'm putting them in every 4 feet, but I think I'll come back and I'll make some more, and I'll put them in every 2 feet to really get a good grip on this stuff. Pop it on. Fasten it with 1 screw. Pretty easy. We'll roll up another one here. Get it all situated. Pop that in. They're probably not straight to each other. I don't really care. Pretty easy though. So once I get my handle on here, I'll be able to crank it up easy. But you know, the PVC is light enough. That was the other thing I was thinking about the chain link fence top rails. They're 10-foot 4. But it'd be extra heavy. And I was going to make a metal handle out of a big 1-inch bolt I had, and I realized it's going to be really heavy to this side. Why not just use PVC? If it breaks, you know, I can always fix it, make a new one. PVC pipe's not expensive, but it rolls up really easy. And I'm just going to have strings screwed to the inside of this board with a little hook that you can hook into this wiggle wire. I might even drill put a screw in there so it has something that can really hook on with a wire or a baler string, and I'll hold it up in 4 spots and it'll just sit there. I see other guys use, actually Curtis Stone had one that I really liked, but he had a rope and a hole, like a loop, and that would loop the handle so the handle couldn't turn, and it just held it up just by 1 string, or 1 rope on the end. But I might do that. I'm not really that concerned. But it goes up, down real easy. You probably don't even need a handle, but I'm going to stick one on there, I think. So we'll look forward to that, and I got to find some things so I can glue it on, and we'll film some more of what I've done in here. So here we have the roll-up side with the 1/2-inch PVC, or actually no, it's a 1-inch PVC pipe. all tied up. I'll show you how you tie the last one up here. You just make a loop on the end of your string. You end up doing this at both ends. Make a nice big hole. I've gone along and put screws on either side. There's one on the inside here, and one here. It gives me something to hook my string to. Figure out your length. Make another loop. Cut it off. That does the trick. I still haven't decided whether we're going to put some handles on here or not on the end. It's so easy to roll this thing up by hand. It's pretty light that I don't think we're going to bother with the handles. If it bothers me, down the road, maybe I'll put them on. It'll be easy enough. I'll just use a pair of 1-inch PVC 90-degree elbows and a couple 6-inch chunks of the same 1-inch PVC, glue it together, and you got a handle on the end. No biggie, but I think I'm going to save the money and the effort and do something else. Okay, so this is where we're at with the greenhouse. This is going to be the final episode, and until I'm going to add a wood stove to this building later. So that'll be another episode for the future, by wintertime maybe. But we put some tables in here for my raised vegetables. They're just made out of pallets and scrap offcuts of heavier lumber that I had laying around. I got a 2x4 that's screwed to the legs to help give the legs some stiffness so they're not wobbly, and also to support the underside of the pallets. The legs are also screwed to the pallets. But this cost me 2 10-foot 2x4s, and I'm going to have to buy 2 more 8-footers to finish it off. Or maybe 10s if I decide to make a table in here too. I might table it the whole way down, or just put some shelves in here, I'm not sure. There'll always be improvements to be made, and this isn't going to be the end of my working on this, but this is basically to a completed state, to the point where it's able to be used. I got myself a dual zone water timer so I can have all my drip for my tomatoes and my beans and such down here. They're all on a drip. So that's the left hand zone, the zone 1, and then the sprayers I have up here. These things are wrapped in wire so that you can aim them wherever you want. I just wrapped wire. I made sure the pointy end of my wire is sticking away from the plastic. All the pointy ends face this way. And once I built the tables, I had to raise these up, so now they're coiled. But it's really easy to put those in. It's just a matter of stabbing one of these into the end of your hose, thread one of those on, stab it into the 1/2-inch line, and you're done. It's real easy. Wrap some wire on it so that you can aim them wherever you want. That way the curve of the pipe doesn't slowly just make them start turning away from your plants. But this is going to work. I'm going to put a heck of a lot more stuff in here yet, and I'll be putting a wood stove right here this fall, and grow a whole bunch of stuff along the back wall. I'd probably bring in a barrel on a stand for a fertilizer mixing reservoir. Put a barrel with a tap on the bottom on a stand, so put a 3-gallon pail underneath it, or a watering can. But here we go. This is the conclusion of part 3. If you like this series or any of my other videos, like to see them, please subscribe. Feel free to share them if you like them, like the videos, all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on another one. Have a good day.